Hey, what's up guys? John here. Amazon is planning to eliminate more than 500,000 workers.
Amazon replacing 600,000 workers with robots.
We have Amazon now planning to replace more than 500,000 jobs with robots.
And I'm not talking about some distant future. I'm talking about in the next 9 years, they're going to eliminate 75% of their entire workforce, over 600,000 employees. Think about that. That's more than the entire population of Boston inside one company. And what's wild is Amazon's not doing it because they're struggling. They're doing it because robots don't unionize. They don't go on strike. They don't sue. They show up every day and they don't demand benefits. This isn't just about one company trying to become more efficient, more successful, or productive. It's about a quiet revolution that's going to reshape how millions of Americans work, how they live, and how they earn a paycheck. Because when a company like Amazon makes a move like this, every other company, they have their eyes and ears on this. Many of them are going to follow. So what's really happening here? How far along are these robots already? And what does this mean for everyone else? So what's really going on inside Amazon? According to leaked internal documents, by 2033, they're planning to eliminate 75% of all warehouse roles inside of the company.
Leaked internal document reveals that Amazon plans to avoid hiring 600,000 U.S. workers by the year 2033, replacing them with robotics.
That means everything from packing, sorting, moving, and lifting. Everything that used to require a human is now being designed for a robot. And the reason? Efficiency. Robots can work 24 hours a day without breaks, sick days, insurance, and as inflation gets worse, and the economy gets worse, robots don't demand extra pay. Amazon estimates that they will save about 30 cents for every package shipped, which sounds tiny until you realize that they ship billions of packages every single year. That's billions and billions of dollars in savings on this very single move.
Near future, Amazon reportedly estimates automation could help it save more than $12 billion and shave about 30 cents off each item it ships.
In the short term, it's great for profits and it's great for shareholders. But in the long term, it could reshape what a job even means in America. One internal projection stated that Amazon could avoid hiring about 600,000 workers. That's the same number of people they would have normally hired over the next decade. That's not layoffs, it's non-hires. These are the quiet positions that are erased from the job market. And the crazy part, it's already happening. In Amazon's newest fulfillment center in Chevansport, Louisiana, those floors are already filled with robots. Human workers now manage machines instead of managing boxes and deliveries.
If you want to know how automation, AI, and people are working together, you can see it inside this 3 million square foot building.
Here we have 10 times the amount of robotics as compared to any of our other fulfillment centers. We can process your order 25% faster and offer a 25% lower cost to serve, which means that we can pass along that low cost to our customers.
Every single new warehouse that they build requires less humans than the one before it. And here's where it gets real. Amazon currently employs about 1.5 million Americans. So even if a fraction of those roles vanish, the ripple effect won't just impact those workers, it will impact the towns beside all of these factories. But Amazon, they're not alone in this race. Other giants are doing the same exact thing, and many are moving even faster towards eliminating human roles. A company like Walmart, for example, they're already there. They've already signed and partnered with a company called Symbotic to automate 42 distribution centers.
A company called Symbotic, S-Y-M. This company is automating warehouses. In fact, they are automating all 47 of Walmart's warehouses.
This system uses autonomous forklifts and robotic arms to move thousands of packages in a single hour. No sick days, no time off, no strikes, just production. A company like UPS is in the process of testing autonomous sorting hubs. This is the kind of work that used to require hundreds of people working all hours of the night to sort packages. They say moving to autonomous robots will help them increase efficiency. Workers, however, say that this leads to smaller paychecks and less job demand. And then there's fast food. A company like Wendy's, for example, they're moving to autonomous AI drive-thrus. And they're advancing to over 500 locations. And they use a voice assistant that never messes up your order.
Are more high-tech changes coming to fast food chains? Some Wendy's now using AI to take your drive-through orders.
It looks like a typical drive-through.
You can start placing your order when ready.
Can I get a number 8, please?
But the voice taking orders at this Wendy's,
What dipping sauce?
is actually powered by artificial intelligence.
McDonald's tried it too, but then they paused it because the technology simply wasn't there yet for them. Even in retail, Target, Dollar General, they moved to self-checkout, but they took a pause on that as well due to theft. The thing about automation, it's not perfect, but it's moving so damn fast. Every industry is experimenting, failing, trying again, some succeeding, but it's moving quickly. Because once one company figures out how to automate and reduce 10 jobs, their competitor is going to ramp up, and they're going to do whatever they have to do to stay in business by automating, dropping costs, and increasing profits. Then there's the human side of this that no one else really talks about. What happens to the millions of Americans that built their lives around these jobs? The warehouse workers, the cashiers, the delivery drivers. What happens to all of these roles as machines continue to advance? Because behind every conversation around efficiency, someone's losing their job. Most Amazon workers, they earn between $17 and $22 per hour. It's not glamorous work, but it pays the rent, the car, and some groceries. And when automation moves in, those jobs don't stay, they vanish, and with it, the paycheck. And these warehouses aren't in major cities. They're in smaller towns and places where Amazon is the major economy. When a fulfillment center trims 1,000 jobs, that's not just workers laid off. That's barbershops, that's restaurants, that's delis, that's daycares, it's all the other businesses built around it. Amazon likes to say that these workers will move into higher skilled roles, saying that they will manage programming for these robots. Let's be honest, how many of these workers will be able to transition from a warehouse role to a robotics engineer? The math simply doesn't work. Economists warn that this could really deepen America's class divide. People with tech or analytical skills will likely see their wages go up. Everyone else gets pushed down to lower paying service jobs, and some will lose their job entirely. And here's the scary part. When hundreds of thousands of middle-class jobs disappear, it doesn't just hit families, it hits consumer spending, local taxes, housing, and the entire system that keeps it alive. Robots might make businesses more efficient, but they don't buy homes, they don't eat lunch, and they definitely don't pay property taxes. And if the companies win and the people lose, what happens to the economy built on people? With jobs disappearing and automation redesigning entire industries, a lot of people are looking for stability, something real, something that actually holds value. That brings me to today's sponsor, GoldMining Inc. Gold just hit over 4,000 an ounce, and silver past 50. Historic highs that have reunited global attention on the mining sector. But while many companies are chasing small gains, one company has already established a strong foothold in the gold space. The sponsor of today's video, GoldMining Inc. Ticker GLDG on the NYSE American. GoldMining owns one of the largest gold and gold copper resource stage mineral portfolios in the Americas, with an estimated 12.4 million ounces of gold equivalent in the measured and indicated category, and an additional 9.1 million ounces in the inferred category. Their projects span the U.S., Canada, Brazil, Colombia, and Peru, all within mining-friendly regions. Beyond its exploration portfolio, GoldMining also owns significant equity stakes in other publicly listed gold companies, including U.S. GoldMining Inc., Gold Royalty Corp., and Nev Gold, giving investors leverage exposure to the price of gold. With no debt and a strong cash position and leadership that includes mining veterans like former Gold Corp CEO David Garofalo and serial entrepreneur Amir Andani, GoldMining stands out for scale and experience. If you're following the resurgence of gold, GoldMining Inc., GLDG, is a company worth learning about. For more information, visit goldmining.com. As always, do your own research before making an investment decision. Check out the link in the description. Review GoldMining Inc.'s public filings for important information regarding it and its projects. Most recent annual information and technical reports referenced in them. These are all available at cedarplus.ca. The truth is, automation isn't slowing down. Amazon says that this is progress. Walmart calls it efficiency, and economists call it inevitable. But if robots take millions of jobs, what's the plan for everyone left behind? Some countries are already testing universal basic income, paying citizens a small monthly payment just to exist, to offset the jobs technology replaces.
What do we want? Basic income!
With the basic income, I felt a sense of security because I didn't have to worry about not going hungry, and I didn't have to worry about being kicked out of my apartment.
It would be great if everybody got a check for $5,000 a month and it took care of all their needs, but that's not going to happen.
In Finland and Canada, it showed that people did not stop working. They just had the freedom to look for better jobs, start small businesses, or retrain. But in America, everything is stuck between politics and profit margins. We're automating faster than we are adopting, which is a dangerous gap. The irony is technology could make life a little easier. Shorter work weeks, more jobs, a little more creativity, but instead it's used to squeeze margins and boost quarterly earnings. Maybe the real question isn't what can robots do, it's what we decide to do with them. Because if automation replaces people, but doesn't benefit people, who is the progress really for? The next decade will answer just that. And whether you're a warehouse worker, a coder, or a CEO, you'll be a part of this transition. We're entering a decade where machines will not work for us, they'll work instead of us. The question is whether we will adapt or get left behind. I believe inside of this major transition, so much wealth will trade hands. It's up to all of us to build a business and a plan around it. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.